In most cases, when you have an interest or some specific hobby when you're young, you're really inspired by that hobby. And it's not really something that you take too seriously. Maybe you're just doing it because it's natural to you. And even if you don't have a hobby, perhaps you slowly get to see that you're interested in what other people are doing. Like you're observing this from the spot and you're like, hey, oh my God, like if I'm interested in this specific hobby or task, then it's easily going to be something that I can take on in the future because I'm more likely drawn to that thing and I'm going to succeed in that specific pursuit, right? And when you're younger, most parents are like trying to inspire you and you're trying to inspire yourself because it's not really in that stage where you're facing reality in a harsh way. But the moment I've grown up, for example, art has always been something that I have appreciated. For example, it's just natural to me to draw whenever I want, especially through middle school is when I started to really pick it up. And I didn't have any routine, right? I was just doing this on the spot, like on an instinct, right? I have to do this in the moment because I feel like it. There's no routine, there's no one telling me what to do, there's no company trying to order me around. And the task is somewhat just always on the fun side of things, right? I always took the light in it. There's nothing that I have to really stress over because, hey, this is my passion now, and I don't have to worry about the future because I have so much time in my hands. But then we fast forward right to the future, is where finally I'm in that stage, and art is not the only thing that's a part of my life, right? Because you have all these responsibilities to take on. You have school, you have education, and it's not even just with responsibilities. The main part that I kind of wanted to get into was my motivation for art, my opinion on art later on, and what it does to my time and my schedule. Because, yeah, of course, if it's a job, then that's implemented in your time, right? And you get what considered to like do art, and maybe you could get some side hustle, some side career, whatever side career, or a full on career where you're making money from, right? And that was a portion that really scared me because if I'm doing something that's for fun, but also if I thought of that as my career and a job, isn't that most of the most cases, right? Jobs are mainly for keeping up with stability, mainly for providing for your, I don't know, like bills and whatnot, and like to have a home, right? And to even manage your, I don't know, your financial stability. That's the whole case of it. But if I'm thinking it of that way, then it just drowns the fun out of me, and I don't want to think of it as that way, right? Art is just something that when I create, I'm happy with what I create, and I don't have to be forced to probably impress the public or to face these deadlines with projects because even that is very hard. And when I'm pushed to create some sort of deadline for a project, it's even more stressful. And the passion that I have for art slowly kind of drowns out. And when it drains away from me, when my energy is drained out, I know that I created that cool project, but that came out of some sort of energy depletion. And also, I already mentioned my health, but it's not even just the physical injury that I'm dealing with, it's also the mental torment that I'm kind of going through at the moment, and also seeking for another job. So that is where the stress really like lies on. And also, if I'm just having to follow that structure, like a strict criteria, then all the fun kind of just drains out of me, right? Now, whether or not the question of, oh, is this going to be fun ever again if I'm trying to put this hobby or interest as a job, it probably is different for everything else. Like what I mentioned with art, honestly, I can't really put that as my career for now, but there are some hobbies that I think there's a balance of ratio between work and having fun between doing that work, right? Like it pays off in some way, but you're still putting yourself with passion. And that is the thing with YouTube. Do I enjoy doing YouTube? Do I enjoy uploading once in a while? Do I enjoy putting myself on the camera and just speaking about things that I find interesting, right? And it seems like a simple thing, but at least I kind of like it. And even though it's simple and easy, I'm getting rewarded for feeling like I'm just gonna be out here talking because it's in human nature for people to want to socialize and get some attention, right? It's not a wrong thing. It's truly rewarding to me, and without just giving up on something entirely, there's now a balance. I just feel like it's less harder than art because like I'm more putting in a ratio of creativity, whereas YouTube I feel like you could just be as simple as you can. And I'm not saying that I'm just going to upload a few videos here and there just to post and probably get a few subjects out to talk about. No, that's not the case here. What I want to do is put in a balance of working hard for it, but also not being too stressed out, because that's the whole job, like just being myself, right? And I'm not going to just stress myself over trying to find like this 9 to 5 job with YouTube. No, that's not how I view it. I just view it as something that I'm going to have fun with it first and then take it into this career, right? There's the balance of putting yourself to see the opportunity of a career later, but always molding it, because with YouTube you can mold yourself early on, build your audience's trust, and then what happens afterwards, you finally carve it into something that becomes a little bit of a repetitive routine, right? And then that routine eventually allows you to become better, and you work even harder, but you still feel proud. So I still enjoy YouTube to an extent. I probably want to take it on as a job, but I'm not going to stress myself over, because the more I care in that way, it just becomes ingenuine. Like, am I looking to just generate views? Am I looking to generate popularity? No, that's not the task. The whole task was that I build a community, and I also feel proud of myself, because that's the whole part of it. So, yeah, I still enjoy this, and I really hope that I can make it into something that is more grand later on, and I can build some sort of successful platform. And most of all, I get to see you guys grow as my community. So, yeah.